square in the middle. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kay, I'm Stitchy Fifer here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Very warm welcome to you if this is your first time visiting my channel. I hope that you find something you like, and if you do, please click on the like and subscribe buttons and select all in the notification drop down so that you're advised whenever I upload new content. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and spending some more time with me today. I hope that you're all well and been having a pleasant day. It's 7:30 in the evening here on Tuesday the 3rd of November. I'm just waiting on people coming and joining me. I hope that there's going to be someone come soon so I'm not talking to myself. Yeah. And also in the process of uploading a Stitch With Me video from this morning, well this afternoon. YouTube seems to be taking forever to upload anything at the moment. So I might even get this video done. Hi there, Brittany. Oh, you're doing this one. I just noticed your comment. You're doing this one too. Have you started it, or is it in your stash? My Stitch With Me was on this earlier, but it was up here. I like the way this is stitching up actually. Yeah, I am on that one. Colour there, and yeah, we're back. I'm back to talking to myself again while I'm stitching. So how's your day been, Brittany? Have you been having a good day? I hope so. My funny feeling that I had yesterday, I was saying yesterday that I was feeling lightheaded and dizzy. It doesn't seem to have affected me today. I've got a bit of a headache, but I think that's more caffeine withdrawal because I didn't drink any coffee yesterday. I've not had any today either. Just holding off drinking it for a couple of days. I'll be back on it probably tomorrow. You know what? Click on the markup, not thank you. Clicking on the search, not. Oh, I tell you. I'm actually liking this new setup I've got. I've swapped. Well then, dentist appointment. I don't. You have my sympathies. I don't like going to the dentist. I've had a phobia of the dentist ever since I was a child. But yeah, get to spend the rest of the day to stitch is good. Oh, let's get that slipper off. My feet are a bit on the hot side. Yeah, I'm saying that I was feeling a bit under the weather yesterday. I don't know whether it was a blood sugar thing or not because it seems to have settled down. I've got a bit of headache, but that'll sort itself out, I'm sure. And I have decided on my Sal chart, but I'm not telling anybody because I'm going to do a live stream to see. I park it there. So yeah, I did that yesterday. Decided on my chart. Been a bit of a funny week so far. Been trying to get things done and just nothing. I think it's because I finished the project. I was saying yesterday, that I was feeling a wee bit out of sorts after finishing because I had put so much focus onto it. I was feeling a bit, I don't know how to explain it. I was nothing held my interest. I would pick up a project to start it, and I would get it halfway into the frame and think, and sit and go, don't really want to stitch on this. And eventually decided, well, I ended up with the wheel picking that up for me because I didn't know what I wanted to stitch on. And I'm actually quite enjoying the variety. 3, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying the variety. But I think what I might do is incorporate it into my rotation. The HAED style is going to be my evening stitch from the 1st of January. Well, I'll be stitching it all day on the 1st of January probably because I'm doing a 12 noon start. So I think I'm doing the HAED style in the evenings because all I need to do maybe 200 or 300 stitches a day. No, to do that, and then if I find that I'm falling behind, what I'll do is you know what? I'm just looking at your comment, Brittany, right? And you're saying about picking the cottage. That's funny because on my post on Facebook, Maddie said the same thing. She thought I'd picked the cottage. Is that because I've got so many cottage designs on the go? Ah, well, you just have to wait till the 1st of January to see if you're right. Don't go peeking. The only person that is going to know before I actually start my project, the only person that's actually going to know before then, officially, maybe 4 people, is me, the girls in charge of the HAED style, and Abby at Cross and Crafts because she'll be supplying my fabric and floss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are the only 4 people that will know what my chart is. I think you'll be quite surprised. Well, maybe not surprised isn't the right word, but you'll when you see it, you'll be like, oh, I knew it. I knew that. But has my recent starts that taught you that I'm going out my comfort zone a bit more? I mean, would you have thought I would work on a dragon? No. I never thought I'd ever work on a dragon, but I downloaded the chart when it was available as a freebie, and I started a dragon last week. So yeah, like I say, I would never thunk it. You would never have thunk it that I would have started a dragon chart. I like dragons. I've always liked dragons, but don't really go with anything in my house. But there was just something about this chart, and it kept calling to me. Every time I looked at it when I was trying to find something to start, I was like, yep, you're going to be on my radar. I'm going to pick you one time, but not today. And yeah, it got picked last week, and I'm kind of in the same thing. I'm like, for the last couple of days, I've been kind of ugh about stitching. I think it's just because I had put so much, as I said, I'd put so much focus on finishing the HAED cell project. I wasn't intending to finish it sort of now. I had put 25th of December down, but I think the closer I got to that stage, is that any better? Can you still see it all right, yeah? I think the closer I got to the finish, the more I wanted to stitch on it. Because, plus it's also my first HAED chart that I'd finished. First ever HAED finished. First full coverage finish. So all that came into it. Maybe have I got another one? No, I don't. I've got to finish this thread off. So goes there. Right, I'm going to take a painkiller because this headache's getting bad. Are you doing this head sound, Brittany? I know Maddie is. Oh. Whoops. Sorry. I caught my hand on the bolt for my frame, and of course because the phone clamp is on the lowry, everything gets shook. Right, yeah. Oh, you're doing skulls. Why did I think you would be doing something like the bunny or the the bunny with the wings or the dragonflies? Did you do last year's one? Hi, Leslie. Oh, happy village. Is that a HAED one? Is that is that a HAED one, or is it Stitches So Beautiful? Why do I think it's Stitches So Beautiful? But I love the name of that, Happy Village. Right. I have done so far on this 394 stitches to do. Include that's taken into account a break. Oh, what colour am I wanting to put this on? Alright. Including a break of about half an hour or so because I fell asleep on the sofa. And stopping for my dinner, of course. I had sausages and chips tonight. And of course I won't be doing a live stream tomorrow because Wednesday's Nicola's Day. So I'll be hopping over to her channel to watch her live stream tomorrow. Oh, the jellyfish one was very popular. Now, Is that the one where it comes, where it's like the hillside, the two sides of the hillside coming down, or is that Nirvana? I get them mixed up. I'll need to go and have a look at them. It's not really my aesthetic, but I like looking. I like looking at them. And I think, oh, I like that. And I'll go and look at, or you know, I'll be scrolling through the artists, and I'm like, oh, I like that. And then I'll go and look at at my wish list. And it's either in my, if it's not in my wish list, it's in my list of previous purchases. And I'm like, knew I liked it for a reason. uh, 3, 4. 1, 2. I'm playing peekaboo with my parked threads. I'll be glad to get out of this bit. I don't normally mind parked threads, but when there's only one section, so that's the only really, you know, everything else is like 2 or 3. This has got just about every other colour in the chart, I think, in this one section. Yeah. So I'm playing peekaboo with them. Alright, okay, that comes just parked on there. I mean, I would, if I could, if I didn't think it made my stitches look messy, I would probably do cross country for some of these projects, but yeah, parked. Now, where are you going? Alright. Ah, Right, if I do that to there, I can go into that column. Right, okay. Just talk amongst yourselves, so I'll try to figure out where I'm going with this part thread. Alright, if I do that there, I'm not going to start a new thread for one stitch. So I'll go into there, and when I stitch on that block, I'll come over and park it in that where it was going to go for this. Right. I'm usually quite thingy with my, you know what I mean. I'm quite like if I start a thread in this column, I won't carry this column. But because it's only that one stitch in there, I'll just park it there, and once I've stitched it, I'll park it in this block where it's supposed to be going. And sometimes I've started even sometimes borrowing strands. You know, if there's a if like I've got a part here. See, I've got a thread part in this block, and I need the colour in, and I'm working on this block coming down, right, diagonally that way, right, and I've got a colour in that block that I'm needing in that block, but it's only needed in that, and it doesn't carry down there, it doesn't go across there, it doesn't go there, but it is already parked in this block. I'll borrow it from this block, stitch, do my stitches, and pop it back in. I've started doing that as well. It just saves me from starting and ending threads left, right, and centre. Two across. this? Right, Ari, what did you think of my idea last night about, if you've seen it, bingo cards for when you're watching me, because with red numbers. You think that's an idea? Brittany, if you'd seen my one yesterday, last June, I was complaining about the light colours on the background of that one, because it was I think it was a combination of that and changing back to the 25 count after working on 18. And when I spun it and it come up with pan, and I thought, oh no, oh no, more pale colours. Once I get started on them, I don't know if it's because it's a different pattern or what, but I'm finding that it's not too bad on this. What I don't, I mean, seriously, did they have to use about 3 different shades of the same colour? Could they not have just used the like 365 for all of that, instead of popping in the one is 762 and 3865, and you know, could they not have just stuck to the one colour? But it is what it is. It's charted the way it is. It's just some of the colours are very similar for the background, but and I'm normally one of the ones that says, oh, but you need all these different shades that are similar for the depth of colour. And that's fine if you're enough when you're doing greens and blues and trying to get the shading just right to make it look like a 3D effect type thing. So that's fair enough that way. But when it is these pale colours where you don't see it, you don't see the different shading because they're so similar, you don't need it. And for having 1 or 2 different stitches of like say you're stitching a whole block of 37556, which is what I'm using at the moment, this cream, right? You don't really need to pop in an odd stitch here and there of 3865, because it's, to my eye, it's the same colour. I know there's some slight pigment changes, but to my eye it's the same colour, and I can't even tell you where the odd stitches are in there. I mean, with the pink, with the 819, you can see the difference. And I'm the same on Rosie Santa. I can't really see much of a difference other than when it goes from the creams to the pinks. But it's just 3740 for one stitch. 3740. Right, I'll take a look at 3740. Have I got I don't have an odd. I'm going to start a strand for one stitch. Seriously. I don't even have a stitch around about that I could. I'm not grudging starting and ending a thread for one stitch as such, but just because it's in the middle of a pile of confetti and I've got pile apart threads right where I'm going to be doing my finish off my. I'm just in a mood. I'm in a moany mood tonight, I think. Maybe it's just because of this headache. It'll clear up. It will clear up. It should clear up. I like things to be instantaneous, and I just wish when you took tablets, painkillers, the relief was instantaneous. And I'll try and remember and do this the wheel spin. I'll try and remember and do that one here tonight. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, just ignore my comments about the light on the white fabric. I think it was just really down to my eyes getting used to being back on 25 count after being on 18 count for literally, 3 weeks. I've got a project, my next project that's closest to finish is Taboo, which is a long dog sampler. I mean, I'm just under halfway through it, and it's only got some like 11,000 stitches, and I'm at 5,000 stitches complete. So that's going to be my next focus on a finish. So that's going to get pulled out. I'm going to start next week and do my focus on a finish in the evenings, because that is going to be when I do my head saw. And what I'll do when I'm doing my head saw, once I start that in January, 1st of January, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do weekdays, my rotation, and during the day, and so I'll be doing 2 days, hour 1,000 stitches, and the head saw in the evenings. And then what I'm going to do is Saturday, it will more than likely be Saturday, Sunday will more likely be my focus to finish with the head saw in the evenings. And of course, if the piece has had its rotation during the week, then it's going to have 3 days worth of stitching in a week, which would help. It's going to help get it. Where are you going? Right, okay. I've done that stitch. Right, so down. Where am I parking this? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So that's the plan at the moment for next year. It might change. It probably will change. I want to try this floss tube frenzy thing, because I watch enough floss tube. So I mean, I could do it as one of my as a half day or something to catch up, or whatever, to catch up with that. I've not watched Yogi for ages. Pardon me. Usually because probably because I'm playing catch up for so long with my floss tube. I've finally actually given up the ghost on trying to catch up, and I've deleted all my watch list that I had, and I started it again from new for a week ago, so I'm technically a week behind, but I'm not as strict about watching every video. They're in that playlist, but if I don't want to watch them, I'll skip past it. I'm halfway through watching Jen's from not last week, the week before, from not Sunday just past, the Sunday before. So I'm about halfway through it. I watched Stuart today, and I'm watching Jen. I've got, who's I've got? I think I've got a couple on the list from Amy at Stitchery Lovers to watch as well. Is there any around about that colour that I can just go and part this in on? I'm finishing this colour, okay. One of these weeks, I am actually going to have a look into how I project a screen of my Chromebook onto a live stream video, so you can see my pattern keeper screen, so you can see what I see. I don't know how to go about it yet. I've not looked into it enough. I don't know if I can just do that through YouTube or if it has to be done through like a editing studio or something like that. What's that? 823. Oh. Eight, 3, 8. Now, I will tell you, if you are watching my Stitch With Me from this morning, well this afternoon, towards the end I did go out of frame a wee bit. I just misjudged where the camera was. I'm just struggling to find the frame at the moment. It's really annoying. Because I want to zoom in, but the amount of stitching I'm doing is taking me out of frame. So I'm trying not to zoom in, but then I'm thinking, you're not seeing the detail of the stitching. It's just what you are wanting to see when you're watching a Stitch With Me. So I've got to sit and put my thinking cap on. And I've got my listing to Santa for what I want stitching wise for Christmas. I'm wanting a corner clamp because I have got some Q-snaps sitting in the cupboard that I can't use because I can't get them to work with the side clamp for my on my stand. So I've got that, and that's one thing I'm wanting to for Christmas. I'm thinking about ordering another full set of threads from Abby just to top up, make sure that I've got enough because I've started a few spontaneous projects this year. So if I get my full set from Abby, it's gonna right, it's that one. No, it's still not right. I'll forget. Right. Managed to get myself a little note. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that for myself for Christmas. Maybe a couple more charts from HAED. Plus, there's a couple of charts that I like from Stitch is So Beautiful, so I might get them for myself as well. Not stitched any of our charts, but they do look gorgeous. And I've got a couple from Missy Cross Stitch for Everyone that I want to start as well. So I think I might just be having to ask Santa for a bolt of 25 count fabric and a pair of fabric shears. A full set of fabric, a full set of floss, and my corner clamp, and that's all I want for Christmas. Don't think I'll be getting the bolt at 25 count, but see. But we can hope that the stitching fairies are listening. Really? Silly pop-up, go away. No, I don't want to install it right now. Go away. One of my apps on my laptop wants to install a new version, and it keeps popping up right in the middle when I'm doing something else, and it's like so annoying. You're like, why can't you do that when I'm actually in a position to actually install it, instead of when you think that I should be installing it, because I'm not able to install it right now because you want me to turn off my laptop and I need it. Oh. Right, where are you going? Right, so one there. I'm going 5, 10 from there, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a solution to my dilemma with the light colours, so Brittany, I just need to stop picking charts that have got light colours in the background. That would work, wouldn't it? I've got a couple that have got quite dark backgrounds, so I mean, I've got the witching hour. Oh God, what have I done now? that again. Where are you going? Alright, okay. Got the top of the bottom leg for that one done. Yeah, I've got a witching hour, which is near enough all black and dark grey in the background. I've got two dancing peacocks, which is the forest in the background. It's quite dark. I've got Dogwood Cottage, which is quite a mixture of light and dark background. What else have I got? I've got quite a dark. Look at the sky. It's quite dark because it's all blues. So I mean, I've got quite a few with dark backgrounds. I had the same problem actually. When I think about that, I had the same problem with Harmony because it's so many pale colours. Sometimes I would be you know, stitching and I would mess up somewhere, and because the colours were pale on the white, I was struggling to unpick them. To tell the truth, I actually ended up just stitching over a lot of them on that project. There's so many mistakes in it. Oh, part of me wants to stop it and start it again, but I'm so close to a finish on that. Well, I'm not close to a finish, but I'm over 60% done. You and I must have similar taste or something, Brittany. I'm going to be starting cosmic marbles at some point. I want to start it for my birthday month. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. 1, 2. Right. So yeah, I'm going to be starting that, like I said, for my birthday month. Have you got the supersized max colour version though, Brittany? Well, what other charts have I got that I'm going to start this year? I've got the Janet Stever seasonal montages. Toying with the idea of getting the winter one kitted up to start sort of mid-December. Because technically it should be the 1st of January for the winter solstice, or, you know, for the start of winter. But I'm like, no, I've got 2 already starting that time, so I'll start it early. But the next one, the spring one, will be getting started in March. So it should actually be the 1st of December. It should actually be the 1st of December. And the 1st of March for summer, for spring. 1st of June for summer, and then the 1st of September for autumn. And that's 4. See, that's 4 planned new starts next year. You can blame Stitching Mummy for that. Every time she pulled them out, I was like, oh no, I really like them. And I put them on my wish list and paper crafts and took them off, put them back on again. And then Sarah announced that they were getting retired, so I grabbed them. I thought, well, I'm not gonna and all about them. Absolutely not. You say, go big or go home, Brittany. I think it's because I'm a process stitcher. You know, it's, I like the process of stitching. The finished product doesn't, you know, it doesn't do anything. It's nice to get them finished. Let me get it wrong. Let me get it straight. Yes, it is nice to get them finished, but at the end of the day, I prefer the process of stitching. It's a therapy. It's like a meditation. So you know, I could sit there. I could sit in the house in here, in absolute silence with nothing. Nothing in. Well, I don't have my TV's broken, but nothing on YouTube. Nothing. You know, no music playing or anything, and I can just sit and just stitch, and it's the sound of the thread and the thread going through the fabric, and it just, you've got plenty of, right, what ones have you got then? Because I've got a couple, but there's a couple more that I'm wanting. You tell me what ones you've got and I'll tell you whether I've got them. We'll just wait on you going and pulling out your thumb drive, you know. I've got to laugh at myself. I've kind of went a bit crazy with starts this year. I started the year, I think it was 8 charts or 9 charts, and I'm finishing the year with 22 active WIPs. So what's that, 14 new starts in the year? 15 new starts and a finish. Come on, Brittany, we're waiting on you getting your Amy list out. Come on. I got the Peacocks one. Did you get a Peacocks one? Is it Peacock Splendor or something? OneDrive. Pardon me. I'm trying to get the files, not photos, thank you. Cross stitch patterns, designs for you. Amy Stewart. I've got, right, I'll tell you the ones I've got then. I've got our freebie that she did, which is no, it's now retired. It's a freebie, it's Shell Maiden. It's retired. It's a nice wee chart actually. Cosmic Bowling. Oh, that's the one I was going to start in June. It's Cosmic Bowling. Supersized matte colour. Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Again, supersized matte colour. Like, you've got Library of Dogs, the Far Pavilion. I've not got that one. Not got the no. So have I got the beautiful bookshelf? Oh, right. I don't think I've got Bountiful Bookshelf. Hold on. I've got, like I say, the freebie Shell Maiden, which I keep forgetting I've got. And I've got the Cosmic Bowling. I've got Once Upon a Fairy Tale, the Magical Kingdom, and Siski is really making me want to start that one. I've got the Grand Butterfly Ball, the one that I'm doing kitchen. Oh, I've got Library of Dogs, super size matte colour. We could start them together. World Travel Bookshelf and Little Cake Shop, Stitch and Shelf, super sized. I've got the super size. I thought I got the super size matte colour, but no. Kitty Heaven and Peacock Splendor. That's the one that's it's like all the circles. Don't know if I can. Don't see if I can do this because I need to practice doing this for when I do my spin. Right. Oh. Now, oh, wait a minute. Put you off a minute. Oh, no. Hold on. There. There, that one. That's Peacock Blender. I got that more or less right when I saw it. I thought, I like that. I think that's one of our newer ones. I don't know what it is about the Traveller's Bookshelf one. The one that's the inside of the caravan. Honestly, I don't know what it is. There's just something about me that stops me from getting it. I don't know. It might grow on me though. Time is it? Right, 8:20. I'm bearing in mind that a lot of you'll be going to start watch yoga later on. What time does she normally start her scream at, Brittany? Is it still usually about 9 o'clock? Right, that one there. That's... Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, we need to plan that. If we're going to start it, we need to plan it for a time that we're both not got anything else started. Because it's going to cost quite a bit to get kitted up. Even though I work from a master set, I still like to get my fabric and floss. Because I just toss the floss into my stash and work from the master set. It's just so that I'm replacing what I'm using. Which is really false economy. But it... So, you know... I would be forever worried that I'm going to run out of colours for my charts, and like even the ones that I start spontaneously, like so what I'll do is once I've completed about between 5 and 10%, what I'll do is I'll email or I'll message Abby with my floss charts, my floss usage for the chart, and then just replace it. Oh, you're so lucky looking for Michaels. I'm saying that I don't really like GMC. I've said this before, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I would love to get a Gecko Rouge kit, but I don't like GMC floss, so it would be an awful expensive way of getting my my chart and my fabric for a project. I just don't like the DMC. I don't think it's worth the price that they're charging for it. The quality is pretty poor. For it to be what the so-called top of the range, well, maybe not top of the range, but you know what I mean. One of the supposed to be top quality product, and the price you're paying here in the UK, it's about anything from 125 upwards, depending on where you go in. I think the cheapest place is Threads for You, and they're about I think she's about 85 or 90 pence per skein, which is still a lot. And Avi's charging a third of that for the CXC. I think it's 25 pence a skein or something. So for so about a quarter, if not less. And I'm quite happy with it. So because I've not really used DMC, I went straight into using CXC. I've got nothing to compare it with. But when I have used CXC, DMC, I hated it. I used the variegated for I got the variegated for a couple of Long Dog Sampers. One got restarted as a monochrome, as a plain colour. And the other one's still on the UFO list. It was Taboo got restarted. I didn't like it with the DMC. I found it split, it knotted, it frayed. If you frogged your stitches, you'd as well chucking the bit thread away, because it wasn't, you weren't going to be able to use it again. So what was the point? And for the thread, I would like to reuse my bit of thread if I pick it out. You know what I mean? Because it was meaning that I was having to be really frugal. I couldn't carry my threads the way I would like to, but I like the colours that were in it, and that's the only time I would buy DMC. It is for the variegated colours. I've used them for do you want to tell me why I finished that strand off instead of just parked it? Because that should have been parked down there. Oh. Brain fart. Brain fart, guys. Or brain flu. 3722, where are you hiding? Oh, I've seen quite a few people using that Bradley's balloons. It's quite a nice variety of, quite a nice sort of bright. The colours are quite nice. I quite like it. Not as really, but again, threadworks, to get threadworks in the UK is really hard. There's only certain places that stock it. Unless I find a floss friend across the pond that could get it for me and send them the money and they send it to me. For these hard to get things that we can't get in the UK very easily. Blackbird charts are the same. There's one It's an out of print one. I like doing Quakers, and there's a chap called Quaker Garden by Blackbird, and it was the tattooed stitcher. I've seen it on here about a year ago. She had worked on it. She had completed it, and I didn't know at the time it was an out of print chart. And I hunted high and low looking for this, and then I found it was an out of print chart. I was like, oh God, you know, it's going to cost a fortune to get the chart, and then I would have to get the flosses on top of that, and oh. So it's one of those that's on the list of I want it, but you know, I'd need to win the lottery first. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Brittany. If I hadn't had a nice friend in the States that I could that could get me these things and then send them over to me, you know, and I'll send them the money and money for parcel for packaging. That's certainly not a problem. I could do that if you want the money for it. Just sort of have to time it for when I've got money coming. Yeah, everything this week's been spoken for. But maybe next week or the week after. Something we could talk about if you want to DM me. You know, you DM me on Facebook, on Messenger. You know, it's not a right. Is that in that hole? Oh, that's in that slot, right? Okay, that's that side. That was there, right? See, I am organised, ish. Right. Where am I going with this? I'm kind of glad to get back onto the light colours, just because there's only what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threads part in that block, so I'm kind of glad to get back onto that. I have got cottage garden threads. I've got 2 colours of cottage garden thread because I've got the Jardin Privé Spring Quaker and Summer Quaker. I'm going to get the Autumn Quaker and the Winter Quaker now that my buying ban's lifted. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a skein of each of a particular colour, and I'm going to do that one 18 count antique white, I think, because I tend to work on antique white for my non-full coverage stuff. Fancy floss scares me. Not floss, fabric. All these hand-dyed fabrics and that, you know, they kind of scare me, because I'm like, I would love to stitch on them, and I've seen quite a few that I do like, but I am worried that if I start on it and I mess up, you know, if I start on something and I mess up, then I've wasted all that fabric and that money that I spent on that fabric. It's so it kind of puts me off. I'm going to have to stop fairly soon, guys, because my eyes are starting to hurt. 1, 2. Although the headache's gone now, the painkillers are kicking in, but I'm finding that I'm struggling to see the holes. Right, you part. So I'm going to call it quits for the day. Over the day I've done 427 stitches, not 429 stitches. Which is a lot lower than what I was doing. My stitch count this week is going to take a pummeling, But, oh, did you hear the ice cream van, by the way? 9 o'clock at night on a Wednesday or Tuesday night. I don't know how they make money, these guys, because the kids are in bed. So I'm gonna go, guys. Yeah, quite a few Jardin Privé charts that I quite like the look of, eh? Can't remember who it was that was watching was stitching on this one, on the spring one. And I really liked it. And then I decided, right, I'm going to get the cottage garden threads because I hadn't used them. It does 0 stitches. Have you been doing scrolling, Brittany? Yeah, a couple of other charts, and I mean, I like doing Quakers as well. I've got the monthly Quakers from the Heart with Needle Art by Wendy. I've got January and February's completed, and I'm going to start on March sometime. That's one of the ones that's going into one of the slots for the UFO charts. I've got the Bothy Threads chart going in one, the Highland Cow one. I think it's called Blown Away or something. And the other slot is going to be either the the monthly Quakers, or it's going to be a little cottage garden. No, not cottage garden. Little House Needle Art. No. No, yeah, Little House. It's a Little House one. There's a little one that I had started on my channel this time last year. I think it got 1 day's worth of stitch in its life, and I put it up, and I went to go and look at it to take it back out, and I went and looked at it and thought, that's wrong. Instead of it's portrait, so it's like that side that way, but I had stitched it and the fabric was that way, so I'm gonna have to unpick it and start again. But it's only about not even one strand of the floss that I used on it, so I'll restart it. So we'll see. So that's the other one. That's only going to be the two paper charts that I'm using, because everything else is done PDF. Everything else is done pattern keeper. Oh God, I'm scared to start that with the threads one because it's on paper. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to go, guys. Thank you for your time. Yeah, I don't like frogging either, Brittany, but I seem to be doing an awful lot of it lately. But I'm gonna go. And remember, even if you only manage one stitch, it's still progress. It doesn't matter how many you get in a session, Brittany. It doesn't matter. You still get progress. And I think we could say that even thinking about it's progress, Brittany. So you're okay. If you're out and about, guys, please be kind and treat others as you wish to be treated. And give everyone a kind gesture, smile. It doesn't cost you anything, but it could mean the earth to the person on the receiving end. And if you're wondering what I'm doing at the moment, I'm flapping about trying to get my wheel app, my Decisions wheel app, up on my Chromebook. I'll do right. Oh, for goodness sake, you're gonna right. So see if we can get this under. This is attempt number 2 at doing this. Can you see? And we shall see what project I am going to work on tomorrow, if I can find my cursor. Oh, there it is. Oh, yay! McGonagall's library. Woohoo! Dark coloured threads. Oh, yay! I'm happy. Just so that you can see there again. And then the rest just started in these library charts because you can join me tomorrow. Right, I'm going to go, guys. Thank you, as always, for your company, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. So take care and happy stitching, guys. Bye.